that sound. Isn't that the best sound? The whining of that supercharger. Now that you don't get in the Fox body. This is a 2007 Ford Mustang GT500 by Shelby. So we're in second gear. This is my favorite part of this car. It's just... Jeez. That was sweet. I feel bad doing that, but like Carroll Shelby built it for that. And by not doing that, it's a disrespect for him. On our 0 to 60, then we'll take the DJI off up there. Yeah. A stop sign. Oh no, there goes the GoPro. No way. That dude just ran it over.
I hope not.
He just ran it over, I think. Dude, he just ran it over. He hit it with his truck and it flew. Do you see it? I found the GoPro.
Yeah.
Look how... Alright, let's get the Shelby out of the road before more shit gets ruined on this car.
No damage on the rear.
No, I don't think so. I can't believe we lost the GoPro. And as we approached that stop sign, the thing blew off. I saw it in the mirror sitting in the road, and I thought, oh, it's on the yellow line. We're perfectly fine. No, the guy behind us with the trailer decided to go over a little bit for some reason. We were able to find it, and it still works, believe it or not. But it's a matter if we got the footage or not. But we're gonna keep filming. The show must go on, right? It's a quick 60. It's a quick 60 in this car. It takes till Wednesday to get to 60. This thing is probably like 4 seconds. And that is dangerous. Because I tend to want to do it every time I go somewhere. I picked this thing up about 2 years ago. It was only online for like maybe 18 minutes on Facebook Market. I met him, he didn't think it was real. You know, I had to like convince him to go meet me at the local grocery store parking lot in March. It was like 75 degrees, sunny day. He brought the car out. I looked at it and I bought it on the spot. And I found out that the dude was a friend of my wife's mom, lives in the same neighborhood. The guy had babied the car and never drove it in the rain, nothing. And it's got 10,000 miles on it. Grabber orange, which is one of 102 made in this color with these stripes. You never see the orange ones anywhere. A little nitpicky to say, but like it is a rare color, which is why I loved it. Who doesn't love 500 horsepower with a supercharger whine? I am not a Ferrari guy, I'm not a Porsche guy, I'm none of that. I like the Mustangs. I love the sort of the nostalgia that comes with what it is. And we talked about the Fox body in another video and how that ties me back to high school and all that. This one's a little different story. I love this car. And a lot of it comes from the movie Ford vs. Ferrari. That mentality that Ford had, building tanks for the war, you know, a decade or two later, something like that.
2 decades.
They're back now, you know, back into cars, back into vehicles. They introduced the Mustang. What year was that? 64, I think it was. And then they have this goal to go out and beat Ferrari. And it, you know, it's America beating Italy. And this car sort of embodies that. That's why I like this. It's the combination of Ford's willpower and the ingenuity that Shelby has in performance to go out and they beat Ferrari. They did it 1 year, car couldn't handle well, kept overheating, they had problems, and then the next year they came out and bam, they won. This car is special. There are very few bad days that can overwhelm the feeling of putting the foot to the floor and hearing that supercharger scream or the Borla exhaust scream. Oh my God, we gotta get off this road. These are the kind of roads that mess the car up. Listen to that. Now it's the wheel wells, all right? So let's not get out of control here. It's not like it's hitting the outside of the car. When you got a car like this, you could have the worst day in the world, shittiest day. Everybody's out to get you. You hop in this thing, you close the door, start that thing up, you hear that cold start. And then you go out and you put your foot down and you can hear that supercharger. Fuck, I said supercharger. What was that?
Is that like an acorn or something?
Oh, it's probably an acorn falling. We got to get this car put away.
Yeah, we got to get it out of here.
Universe is attacking this car today. The GoPro fell off. Acorns are falling on the roof. When this hits 11,000 miles, I'm going to cry. I'm going to see if anybody else can identify with this problem. You have a car like this. There's not a lot of them made. You had the GT500 as a whole that year. I think they made like 10,000 or something. But of this particular one, you have one of 102 examples of this car. While that might not seem like much to some people who are into like the true rare collectors, to me it's a lot because I never really had a car like this before. The temptation to want to drive it because of the feeling, the rush that you get when you get out and rip this thing around, but at the same time, the preservation and wanting to like keep it nice. And I almost feel guilty driving it every time I do take it out because it stresses me out. Like I got 3 kids that have bikes in the garage and I worry about bikes being by the car. And it's almost like I'd be better off without it. Oh, am I taking care of it right? I can't take it out in the rain. Did I wash it enough? Did I do this? Did I, you know, and the Fox body, I'm not as worried. This one, it's just, I'm constantly stressed. But not if you ask Carroll. Carroll Shelby says, drive it. They're meant to drive, not sit in your garage. And I'm sure that's not an odd feeling that I have. I'm sure everybody sort of feels that to a degree with some of these cars that they have. But I'd love to know what you think. But then I take that back because the second I get in it and I put my foot to the floor, oh my God. It just puts a smile on your face. This thing's nothing compared to the other ones. The 13, my buddy's got a 13. It's got 660, I think. His horsepower on that thing, it's just phenomenal. Within the S195 body style, I wanted the 07 because the 07 marks like the rebirth of the Mustang. It's its first year back as a verified powerhouse, right? The years prior, not so much. The last thing that we had was the Terminator, and it was 03, 04, they had the Terminator with the supercharger in it. Like, there wasn't anything in that time frame. And this is kind of like the modern era of the Mustang, the GT500. They've had the GT500, GT350 consistently now since. And that's why I love this 07. It was just such a special year. And from what I've read, from what I've researched, that it is the last true year that Carroll Shelby had an impact on the car and the development of the car. I could be wrong. I'm not an internal guy in Shelby. I wouldn't know. The main things that I don't like about this car, first and foremost, is just how nice it is. I got something that literally had nothing wrong with it. And I'm like now passed in line to keep it that way, and it stresses me out because I really don't think I deserve to have a car like this because I tend not to take care of stuff as well as I should, but I do take care of this. The other thing I don't like about this car is I've gotten so used to the backup camera. There is no screen in this thing. When you're backing up, you've got this rear spoiler over the back here, and it is very hard to gauge how close you are, and I do miss the backup camera. Some of the years past this, I think even in the 09 or 10, they had a screen. And what is the third thing I don't like? It's hard to say because I love the car. If I could say anything, the third thing that I don't like about this car is it's not the one that had 660 horsepower. I wish it had more power after seeing the power that the other ones have, but comparing it to some of the other stuff I've had, this thing is by far the most powerful car I've owned. When I wash this car, I would buy a new sponge every time I would wash the car. If it fell on the ground in the driveway, throw it away, get another one. But I've slowly stopped doing that because I just haven't washed it since July. I haven't driven it a lot this year. We had all that construction on the house. The thing sat here all year. Then the business got crazy. It's hard to enjoy stuff when you're stressed about other stuff. All right, we're back. Cut the damn video.